Please join me in prayer. If you know this song, feel free to sing. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Well, now this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Amen. Just raise your hand. How many of you are not baptized? Raise your hands. So when I was in high school, I was a part of the group that raised your hand second. I was not baptized until I was age 28. 28 years old. No, when I was in high school, I was running away from the Christians. Amen? Anybody run from Christians before? I thought that Christians were exclusive. I thought they were judgmental. I thought Christians were members of a special club that I couldn't possibly be a part of. Looking back, I think there was another reason that I waited so long to get baptized. I thought that being Christian meant that you had to be perfect. That God would only love you after you did things right, but not before. And while I tried really hard to meet that mark, and I obsessed about perfect grades and being a good person, of course I fell short. So I stayed on the edge. I wanted God, but surely God didn't want anything to do with me. And then I heard this passage, the one that you just heard our brother proclaim over there. You are my son, the beloved. With you I am well pleased. You are my beloved. On its own, it's good news, but here's the kicker, y'all. God says this to Jesus before he starts his ministry. Before Jesus does one thing to deserve it, he is beloved. Before he sets out to save the world, he is beloved. In fact, being beloved may be the very thing that makes it possible for Jesus to go out and to love others with such freedom. And what God gives to Jesus, God gives to us. You are beloved. You are beloved. You are beloved. We are beloved. God rejoices in every one of God's creations, not because of what we do, not because we competed and proved that we were better than somebody else, but simply because we are. That message changed my life, y'all. And I hope that it opens up something wonderful for you too. I wish that more people understood what this means. But instead, I feel like there's this other message, this doctrine of original sin that kind of hangs over our heads. And it's a doctrine that makes you sometimes feel like you'll never be good enough. Like we are so inherently dirty and bad that God must be grossed out to even come near us. Well, this is an alternative to that doctrine of original sin. I call it the doctrine of original fabulousness. It is the original truth that we are beloved and gifted, received and held in the loving hands of God. God rejoices in every one of us, those with great grades and those who are struggling, those whose parents pay full price to be here at St. Stephen's, and those who come on a scholarship. White folk, black folk, Latino folk, Asian folk, and every wonderful mixture in between. Gay folk, straight folk, bisexual and transgendered folk. Every one of you is made in God's image. Every one of you is beloved. So let yourself settle into that love. Just put your feet on the floor, maybe rest your hands on your knees, and and just feel at your core. Take a deep breath. Why not? Just go ahead. Take a deep breath. I see some of you sitting like this. I said put your hand there. And just take a deep breath. And take in that you are beloved. Deep breath. I am beloved. Deep breath. I am beloved. And then, and this might be the best part, once you know yourself to be beloved, please spread it around. Spread it around. Our original fabulousness is too much good news to keep to yourself. I actually kind of like the way that the great philosopher Lizzo puts it in her song, Juice. If I'm shining, everybody's gonna shine. I was born like this, don't even gotta try. As your natural God-given light shines, as you live into your belovedness, you can use it to shine the light on others. Celebrate how they shine too. Get downright curious about it. Get curious about other people and their belovedness. Notice classmates from different countries and races and social backgrounds. How is God rejoicing in them? How could you? When you sit down at your new lunch table every 4 weeks, what special gifts and stories do you notice in this new circle of people? How could you rejoice in them? Notice the staff around you. Notice the people who serve food and clean this gorgeous campus. Notice the people that you meet in service learning across Austin. Notice the belovedness of people whose lives are radically different from anything you have ever seen. We were all made beloved. And that original love, that original fabulousness, it ain't going nowhere. So celebrate it in yourself. Celebrate that light shining in others. And let it free you and make you more generous and more loving than you ever thought possible. Use that original fabulousness, that belovedness, to make St. Stephen's into God's beloved community. So say it with me now, y'all. I am beloved.
I am beloved.
Then turn to your neighbor and say, you are beloved.